forever, killer. I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
So I said, look at LeakYou video. What the fuck is LeakYou? Is it like a site? What's LeakYou? LeakYou. Is it a YouTube channel? Oh shit. Oh, all right, bet. Here we go.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
One, two, three, four.
Hey, good morning, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you all are having a great Monday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Good to see you, Gloria. Listen, I'm coming through for a really quick live stream because I was just watching the live stream that SpaceX was streaming, and something very interesting happened that even had the broadcaster questioning what these specific lights were that we're seeing during this launch of this Koreasat 6A, this as it was, listen, one question came up, is that lightning? I don't know about that, because see, I noticed some very interesting orb lights before this hunk of equipment, you might as well call it hunk of equipment, detached. So I'm going to show you this, and we're going to put it into the catalog of strange things, okay? But check this out.
Stationary.
Now, look.
So next up,
what you're going to notice, and let me go back a little bit, okay? You're going to notice there's blinking lights happening everywhere. All over the place. Now, some may say call it ice, but just watch.
Climbing.
When things detach.
It's climbing so...
Sorry about that. Hold on, let me fix. Strange lights, baby. All right, let's go.
Also amazing when you see the numbers there. Just traveling almost 34,000 kilometers an hour. 660 kilometers.
Like, for example, right there. What is that? What is that? Did you see that? Hold on.
Traveling 30.
I'll point to it in a second.
34,000.
But it gets way more dramatic, folks.
Kilometers an hour.
Okay. Now, right here.
600.
Watch this area where my mouse is. Look.
60 kilometers.
Right here as well. Look at this.
In altitude.
All right.
And climbing.
let it go to normal.
It's climbing so fast, and that isn't even the primary
Now, in this shot, just look out here, and you're going to see lights blinking everywhere.
direction of its
but
velocity.
it gets very
It's
dramatic.
incredible speeds that orbital spacecraft have to
What is
achieve to
that?
actually get up there and,
It's
go
a
to these
blinking
incredible
light.
orbits like geostationary.
So next up will be that deployment any moment now. So keep an eye on your screen for Koreasat 6A to be released from that Falcon 9 second stage.
Bam. Now, we do see...
There it goes. It is on its way.
Look,
Falcon 9 successfully deploying another
we got lights everywhere, folks.
payload. Absolutely spectacular. Gotta love that view.
Why cover it? Why did you all cover it? You see what I'm saying? It's stuff like this. The moment that they started seeing all of these lights and these strange anomalies, all of a sudden they want to put a cover over it.
Is that lightning that you can see on the ground there?
Might be, unless that's just ice, but it's hard to tell with the little statickiness of the camera, but what do you expect
It
from
ain't hard to tell to me.
800 kilometers in space?
There is something strange going on here. We got lights
Well,
popping
we
up
still
everywhere.
have the slow motion replay, so stay by for that, but I do want to thank everyone who helped out with
But yeah, sure, that could be lightning, sure. But you know what else generates lightning? Energy, right? Energy will generate lightning. And I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, I believe that there is life in space. Not talking UFOs and alien type life. I'm talking about actual creatures that live in space. You remember the tether incident that occurred? And we've seen all of these objects intentionally doing things and moving in ways, in intentional ways that just weren't normal. I truly believe that there is life that exists. And I feel like when this thing first detached, when this Koreasat first detached, you could actually see something very blatantly like swimming, almost as if these things swim in space, like, you know, almost as if space is water above us. And some have claimed that, you know, space is part of, like, you know, the firmament, right? But I'm going to mute it, and we're going to play this again here. All right. And like I said, even the broadcasters asking, look, right over here. We got a light just minding its own business, flying around. The thing is this, I truly believe that there are also other objects that are monitoring what we're doing in space. They're watching us. And so we've clearly got an anomaly right here that's just flying along. Look, it comes all the way from the bottom of the screen. Watch it. Look at that. That's not ice. Look at that. Follow my mouse. And then we've got this little nice little fun little object that looks like it's swimming almost, right? Once it detaches. But look at that. You got a whole UFO that's right here flying to the left. God only knows what it is. Then you see things. Now, it could be ice, but look how this object moves. It almost moves like a fish or an eel. It kind of gives me those types of vibes, right? And maybe that's not ice. Maybe that's some sort of a creature. And we'll play it in slow-mo here. But yeah, look at that object there that just literally came up from the bottom. And then we see a lot of things going on here. Now look at this. Doesn't that look like something swimming in water? Then you've got something coming in from the right over here. There's all kinds of stuff flying around out here. Now, a lot of this could be space junk, right? But energy, look at this. Look at these objects just flying through. Energy, these craft, these UFO craft. And look, we still have our UFO right here that's still going up, still there. You know, there's a lot of talk about, you know, around people that have had experience with these craft, and they create like an electrical charge around the craft. And then it's still kind of there, but it went off screen. And that electrical charge, well, actually it's still right there. But that electrical charge creates what looks to be like lightning. And you'll see it all the time when you look at these UFO craft videos. You'll see almost like electric discharge around the craft, right? We got things flying up, flying sideways, blinking. It's almost like a show. And then what is going on here? Tell you, when you slow it down, you see so much more. There's even a blinking light right here, way where my mouse is. You can actually see it, and it's been there for a minute. But there's definitely some anomalous things happening in this video. And to be honest with you, I feel like every time we see a live stream, whether it's NASA, SpaceX, whatever, we are going to see these things. And we know that happens all the time because NASA does a great job of, you know, killing the broadcast when things pop up, you know, covering the screen with an emblem or a logo so that we can't see what's going on, like they just tried to do during this broadcast. What for? Just stop it. Let things be. Stop trying to hide stuff from us. I mean, we have a right to know. But could this be lightning? Sure. Absolutely. Could be. It also could be electrical discharge of some kind. And of course, they cut away ASAP, and they never show that piece of film again. They cut away, and it's not to be seen again. So, you know, again, we're watching this in slow-mo here. You're going to see a whole UFO pop up down here and fly all the way up and out of the screen. That's just one. We got things happening, blinking lights. Like I said, what looks like to be some sort of like electrical discharge of some type. We can even see the shadow of some things coming into the screen from the right, coming up from the bottom, coming down from the top. Again, this is in slow mode of 0.25. Now, there's the UFO, the first one that's popped up from the bottom. You can actually see it move all the way up. And this thing hasn't even detached yet, so you can't blame ICE for that, right? Of course, we get a lot of things that happen once that detachment takes place, but then there's some really strange anomalies. I mean, look at that. It looks like it's a an eel swimming. Look, we got this coming in from the right. We still have this UFO over here, still flying. Mm-mm. The moment that that's brought up again, look how they try to cover the screen, so that we can't see what's happening. But again, look at that. You've got several objects flying and all sorts of stuff. So now I'm going to go back and play it normal speed here. And we're going to listen in to the broadcasters again.
Just traveling almost 34,000 kilometers an hour, 660 kilometers in altitude, and climbing.
It's climbing so fast, and that isn't even the primary direction of its velocity. It's incredible speeds that orbital spacecraft have to achieve to actually get up there and, go to these incredible orbits like geostationary.
So next up will be that deployment any moment now. So keep an eye on your screen for Koreasat 6A to be released from that Falcon 9-second stage. There it goes. It is on its way. Falcon 9 successfully deploying another payload. Absolutely spectacular. Gotta love that view.
Is that lightning that you can see on the ground there?
Might be, unless that's just ice, but it's hard to tell with the little staticiness of the camera, but what do you expect from 800 kilometers in space? Well, we still have the slow motion replay, so stay by for that, but I do want to thank everyone who helped out with the stream today. Cody, thank you very much for joining on commentary.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here for every launch that I can be.
We never got to see that slow motion replay. They did not play the slow motion replay of that detachment. They did not play it.
Climbing.
You can even see lights blinking right here. Look, it's like a triangle of lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 right there. Could they
It's
be
climbing
stars?
so fast, and that isn't
Maybe.
even the primary direction of its velocity. It's incredible speeds that orbital spacecraft have to achieve to actually get up there and, go to these incredible orbits like geostationary.
So next up will be that deployment any moment.
And y'all, you heard what the man said. Is that lightning down there? Could be. There goes that UFO object coming up from the bottom. And it's going to continue. And it looks like it's a distance out, and there's no questions. It's moving. It's not a star. And it's blinking in a way almost like it gives me plasma-like vibes. It's like a heartbeat, right? It's blinking. What is that? You remember the story? Look at that stuff coming in from the right. You remember the story that was told of NASA doing experiments in space with jellyfish? Look, you've even got an object. Look at all these shadows. I mean, you can see a lot happening here. But anyway, like I said, even the broadcaster questioned, is that lightning? Look, we got lights everywhere. They don't know. And when the question was asked, then all of a sudden we get a logo over the middle of the screen to try to cover what was going on here. And the look, I mean, even look at here, all the way at the top. We've got lights blinking there too. And we still got our UFO off here to the left. But they try to cover so that we can't see it. Not cool. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up with it, famous producers? How are you doing? Well, Lisa, yeah, pretty interesting. But I'm going to leave it at that. I wanted to come up and show you all this. This is why it's so important to watch these live streams when they happen, because you never know what you're going to capture. And again, I do feel like there's forms of life, just like we have jellyfish and fish and eels and things like that live in our oceans. It is not outside the realm of possibility that there are creatures like that live in space between all of the planets. Just because we can't breathe up there doesn't mean there's not a creature that can. I think the most interesting movie I've seen in a long time when it comes to life and life from like other planets, etc., would be the movie called Life, regarding the Mars sample. And I mean, imagine that. You get a sample from another planet and you try to bring growth to that sample, and it creates a form of life that then becomes deadly. That's why we have to be careful playing with stuff that what didn't originate on this planet. You know? Gotta be careful. But needless to say, guys, I will be back later tonight to talk about a remote viewing session that happened a couple days back. It was put out on YouTube by Remote Viewed, the channel Remote Viewed. And it's regarding the alien interview video that was released back in the mid-90s of what appeared to be an alien being interviewed in between, you know, with a glass partition in front. I've interviewed with Jon Stewart about this. He has been the lead person on top of that whole topic and trying to understand and hunt down who Victor was, who were the people in the room with this being, what was this being doing there, etc., etc. When I tell you there was a very interesting remote viewing session that took place that I want to bring to my audience, we'll be doing that later on tonight. So make sure you got your notifications on. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. Before we get up out of here, allow me to pay a few bills if you don't mind. Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
again, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time tonight. Be there or be square. I'm out of here, guys. Until next time.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart. Like really, really, really smart like I am.